Good morning to all of my friends, family, followers, new acquaintances, old acquaintances. I am excited this morning to share a message and give this message to you. I am super excited because as I was taking a shower as I was doing my prayers this morning, I was thinking I'm always talking about change and how do you do this and how do you do that? And so there's an example here, and I may be speaking to different audiences actually this morning. Remember that the message, if it does not resonate with you, then you're welcome, to go ahead and try another channel or try something else. But if it does resonate with you, I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you are blessed. I'm hoping and I pray that you get the benefits of this message being given to you today, and not only for today, but for this month of December 2020, but for the rest of your life, or whenever you happen to flip through some channels and you happen to see me, and then there's a message for you. Know that you are loved. Know that you have your ancestors watching over you and protecting you. Ashe? So I wanted to start with you. First of all, because I do the tarot reading and I will be getting to this. And this is going to be the reading for earth signs. Earth signs meaning it's going to be Capricorn, it's going to be Taurus and Virgo. Okay, so those are the astrological signs that I will be speaking to, and that's a directional sign of Earth, element of Earth, directional sign, a sign of North. If some of you may or may not know about Orisha or Orumule, that has to do with Eshu. To me, it has to do also with Obatala, because in some sense, and what I've learned. Not everybody might agree, and that's okay too. It's okay to be different, and it's okay to be different so that we can complement each other. So, to me, Obatala reigns over the hills and mountains, and that's very earthy to me, right? Very very nature, very earthy. So, with that being said, I just want to share before I get into the tarot and get into the Rebel sacred cards. I want to share with you. What in my philosophy, my religion, it is called an Odu. Okay, it's a word of Ifa. It is a word of God spoken through Orumila. It is God's word, God's living word that He has already spoken. Olodumare. He's already spoken this word. Okay, and so. This is something that is beneficial. He's giving us a key to success. This morning, I want to tell you, my Capricorns, my Taurus, and my Virgos, that there's a key to our success. I'm speaking to me too because I'm a Capricorn. Yay! My birthday's coming up. And I love it, next month. So, and I apologize for my voice and stuff because I've been struggling a little bit. It's a little bit high and a bit low. There's allergies that I'm dealing with. I guess everybody is. But the word Abifa this morning that came to you, the word Abifa that is coming to you at whatever time you're listening to this recording or whatever day you're listening to this recording. And it's not just for the month of December. It is beyond that. Okay? And... it has to do with, let's see right here. So it has to do with Ogunda Osa, all right? And for those of you that are into the Odus, Ogunda Osa, and that's what it is. But the word, I don't want to get too much into that. I want to give you the word, the key. What if I told you that there's a way to prevent failure? If you could, would you appreciate that word? Would you appreciate that message if I told you, hey, you know what? Don't go that way, because if you go that way, there is a hole or a puddle that you will fall into, and it may cause an accident. You may break a leg or arm or something to that effect. Or don't go through that highway, because right now there's about to be a semi truck coming, an 18-wheeler coming, and if you leave right at this time, it's gonna crush your car and it's gonna tear it to pieces. And would you appreciate having to be advised to do something to prevent that from happening. And maybe, would you appreciate me telling you, avoid that? Avoid that, because right at this time and on this day, this is going to happen. And the way to prevent it is that at this time, on this date, maybe you should prevent that road and go somewhere else, right? So Urula provides that information so that we can have success, all right? And so, or victories, okay? So in this case, I wrote some things down this morning, and then and I apologize. But the point to gain material success is promised for us. The earth signs of Capricorn, of Virgo, Taurus. It is promised to us this month of December success in the monetary part of it. Okay, which is awesome, right? All of us want a little bit more money in our pocket to pay bills, to just live. Maybe you're thinking of Christmas gifts. Maybe you're thinking of this or that. I have no idea. But it is an Odu that talks about the gaining of monetary gain, but it requires a spiritual, to be spiritual. Whatever you connect with, whether it is in my case, Yoruba with Ifa Yoruba, from Nigeria, if it is if it is whatever you connect with, if it is going out into nature and connecting with the trees, and which I do as well, but whatever it is that you connect with and how you connect with the divine, with God, with the deities like the Orisha or the Orumule, then connect, because this is going to be a very crucial month for us to prevent failure. The opposite of success is failure. And so to prevent that failure, all right, there is something that is required. And what is required for this month for all of us under the sign of Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, the element of earth, is going to require that we be patient. Oh, I love that, right? No, I can tell you right now that I have struggled sometimes to be patient with people, especially when you feel that you're in the right, and when we feel that what's going on, when we feel that we've allowed and allotted enough time for things to be processed or to happen for our life. I don't know, whatever it is, in whatever areas. And we want it yesterday. And we think that because we've been waiting for a month or 2 months or 3 months or 6 months or a year, that it should have been already here. But remember that our spiritual journey is a process. It is not something that happens overnight. It is not like a Mexican descent. So it's not like a tortilla that you just flip, that you just put on the comal and just go boop boop and it's done. Or a hamburger that you put it in the grill and flip it over and it's done. It's not like that. It isn't like that. Our spirituality is a process to bring us success. And there's a key to it, and I'm going to share with you because I'm excited about this. For those of you that understand about Odu, and I'll get into the tarot, I promise. But this is interesting. I would hope that it's interesting for all of my audience. And so this is what happens. There is a key to fixing, not a quick fix. I'm not saying that, but there is a key to be considered. There's a key element that we can use as a tool to better our lives, okay? To bring that success in our lives, right? To tap into your spirituality is important. When we tap into our spirituality in whatever form and shape it takes, because I don't know what your spiritual discipline is. I know what mine is, all right? And if you identify with some of mine, then I am glad to share some things with you. And if you don't, that's okay too. Okay, connect with whatever element, whatever tool, whatever discipline you have. The important thing for this month is to be patient and not get angry and not get frustrated, because that anger and that frustration is going to block us from the blessing that is coming this month. So, what happens when you get frustrated and angry? So, let me put it this way. So, the only one that's being affected by that anger and that frustration is us. Nothing else is going to, everything is going to keep on moving the way it's going to be moving, and it's going to take as long as it's going to take. But in the meantime, if we don't change our action to patience, okay, then the frustration and the impatience, the frustration and the anger is going to stifle us, is going to trip us up. All right. Perhaps you're waiting for, and I'm gonna use this. It's relevant, but I don't mean any bad to anybody. I'm just using an example so that you can understand where I'm coming. You know, like when you're waiting for something, you're waiting for a package, and you've been told, "Oh, it's gonna get on this date," and it doesn't get there. Oh, it's gonna get there, and it doesn't get there. And you're waiting again, and it doesn't get there. In the process of waiting, we have a choice. We either have a choice and trust the other person in the universe that everything's going to be okay, and we will eventually get it, or, and even if it's lost, that there's still hope, and that is everything's okay. All right, there's a solution. All right, but if I choose to be angry, which I have, or impatient, that is only building this block. Well, then all of a sudden, with all that anger and all that, all that anger and all that anxiety, impatience, and frustration, it blocks me. Believe it or not, little things like it blocks you from your spirituality, from being able to tap in. For those of you that are hearing this message, and understand it, you know where I'm coming from. So it is harder when you carry that and it's festering inside of you. And this is just an example, because it can be a lot of different things in your life. It can be that you've been waiting for this position in a job, and you've been promised that it's going to get there, and you're going to get it, and you're going to get it next, and it's coming, and nothing happens. But behind the scenes, you don't know what's going on. There's a lot of processes, a lot of things, a lot of check and balances that are going on before you get it. So, can you help that? No, we can't. So in the meantime, patience is required. Patience is asked for by connecting with our spirituality. How do we do that? I don't know how you do it. My way of connecting to spirituality is by having a quiet time in a quiet space into which I can focus in and pray to the divine. Okay? Pray to God, pray to the Orisha, pray to the Orumole, pray to my ancestors, to have that inner peace, to be able to listen to the messages. Because as I'm being patient, and as I am filling myself with the energy of the divine, with the energy that is positive, with the energy of the Orumole, then I can go ahead and give that out when I'm doing healings. When I am praying and doing my readings, the messages are a lot clearer. When I'm doing the healings for people can feel that energy. And let me tell you, if you are not full with the positive energy of the divine, which is God, Olodumare, Ledumare, Orun, which is Orumole, I don't know, whoever your crowning Orisha may be, okay? You will not be able to go ahead and give out anything good. That's just the way it is. So we have to center, we have to bring ourselves back into balance and go, wait a minute. Is this really worth my anger and frustration? Is this all my life is about? This package or this promotion or this partner that I've been with? No, in the meantime, it is not. In the meantime, live. In the meantime, do the things that are going to help you to be successful. And that is what the key is today. The key is about being successful. Okay? Having that success to turn the possible failure into a success. Because it is important to do this month, because you and I, which fall under the element of earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, this is a month that we will have monetary gain. It is possible. You can do it. But the key is patience. Okay? The key to our success of gaining financial wealth this month of December and beyond, it is to practice patience, humility. Another one. I don't care who you are or from what capacity, all the way from an Oluwo or whatever, all the way down to just a priest, and all the way down to just an Orisha worshiper, or a beginner or whatever. We all need to practice, or if you don't practice anything at all, we need to practice patience. Patience. And the way to gain that patience is by connecting to the divine, to spirituality. This month is important. If you connect and you're a medium and you connect through praying the rosary, then pray the rosary. Ask God for patience. If you connect through the divine, to God with going into nature and embracing, a tree, ask for patience. If you connect through what I do, for example, and it's praying the Oriki, and when you pray the Oriki, you know what you're doing? Do you really, is it just words that you're just praying? Because it can be English or Yoruba, it doesn't matter. If you're just blabbing, it's just a bunch of words. But when you understand and respect that, you understand that when you pray that Oriki, whether in Yoruba or you pray that Oriki in English or Spanish or whatever it is, understand that the Oriki is calling, is invoking that energy to come and help you, to give you aid. Okay? Understand that. It is not something that you just take lightly and just, it's just a bunch of words and, okay, I'm done. Or I get bored having to go ahead and read those, and I've heard all those. I get bored having to read those prayers or doing those prayers so long. Then you don't need to be doing that at all. Whether you're a priest or not. Or you just don't need to be doing it. Because your heart is not in it. And you're not going to see changes. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but I'm telling you that. So, practice patience. For those that are Orumule, Orisha, worshippers, followers, priests, or what have you. And I'm not telling you how to do your business, because your business, after all, is your business, and I don't want to get involved with that. But I did this for all of us. But if you are connected to Orula, you have the hand of Orula, if you're in nature, you go out to nature and connect with the divine, with the wind, the water, maybe a river, maybe the ocean, maybe a tree, whatever it is, however you connect. The offering that is being asked from Orula for the month of December is very simple, and I was thinking something bigger. You know what I mean? But it wasn't that, and finally, it's like I had to shut down, close my eyes, breathe deep and exhale, and then ask, and then listen. I listened. You know what Orula wants? Very simple. Milk and honey together. You mix it. Milk and honey. Why? Think about it. We're talking about success. The Odu, Ogunda Osa, is talking about financial gain through connecting with, saying, spiritual. The subset area that was connected to this was success. None less, none other, and none less than success. And it was off balance. It was a B. But you know what? Oh my God, it was a B. No, you got it wrong. You got it wrong. If you're thinking that way, you got it wrong. Remember, I told you. Would you appreciate if I told you that there's something you can do to prevent you getting into an accident in a certain highway? And this is the key to your success. You offer Orumila, milk, and honey in a clear, even something like this, in a clear container, or if you have a shot glass, it doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be a gallon, and it doesn't have to be a whole, just something simple with a simple, sincere, from the bottom of your heart, request and prayer to connect. Let me assure you, you will have that success. You will have that gain of material wealth by staying spiritual. How do you get patience? Is by connecting to the divine. And if you already fell or are in a situation where you're already angry and frustrated, and I'm talking to you because I've gone through it myself, I'm giving you this so that you can learn from it. You need to breathe. You need to stand in front, not when you're angry or anything like that, but kind of like when you're kind of level, and come before Orula, breathe 3 times. I fill my belly with breath and exhale, and I ask Orula, and I tell Orula my problem. This is what's going on. This is what I'm feeling. But you know what? I'm okay. Help me, Orula. Help me, because Orula is about patience and humility. Not a lot of people like those 2 things. They are non-popular. So, that's my word to you today. I'm only gonna draw 3 cards because of time. I'm only gonna draw 3 cards for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, and see what the cards say. I'm thinking let's see what happens. But your success goes in there. If you want to offer Orula and you don't have Orumila in my religion, in my philosophy, my belief, and sometimes I'm not even gonna go. But if you don't have that, put it in a container such as I told you, a shot glass or something like this. And this is a little white tea candle holder, but I use it to make offerings as well. Put it in that. Make a hole in the ground. If you don't have Orula, make a hole in the ground. And this is what I'm feeling from Spirit and my instruction. And if you're into your philosophy and your rules, sometimes it's good to follow the rules sometimes, but it's better. It's good to follow rules, but it's better to follow the advice of Spirit. Spirit, the divine, the Orumila will speak to us. It's better to follow that advice than the rules, because if you're just doing the mechanics of rules, just like the prayers, it's not gonna work. Give it from the bottom of your heart. And so I would go for those of you that don't have Orumila or the hand of Orula. I would make a hole in the ground, and I would utter out Oshetura, which is bringing Eshu, Elegua, Eshu Odara's presence in to carry your message over to Orumila, ¿verdad? And then you just go ahead and pour that honey and milk inside the hole. Ask Orumila to bring you success and to bring you patience to have success this month of December, to bring you patience to gain the monetary gain that you or the money that you're expecting, the success in any form that it takes, whether it's promotion, whether it's getting a job, whatever it is. Don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. Keep yourself busy with prayer. Believe me, keep yourself apply. Keep yourself busy by going and, serving somebody else. being good to someone else. Take the focus off of you. Let's take the focus off of us and make this month a month of giving of ourselves. I don't know, whatever you may be able to do. If you don't have any money, offer your time. If and I'm sure that there's a talent that you might have. I don't know if it's cooking or making cookies or breads or whatever. And give it to somebody who's been in your mind for a while, and give it from the bottom of your heart, okay? Now, with that said, let's get going, because I know that I'm gonna go over as I always talk a lot. But I love this. I love to help you. I'm speaking to those who are resonating with me. Get this going. It's awesome. It's exciting. It's an exciting month to be, because we're ending all this that happened in 2020, putting it behind us. And let's be hopeful. There's a lot of stuff that is being said out there about 2021 is gonna be a worse year than 2020, and there's another disease, and there's a da. You know what? Let's keep positive. Let's keep positive and look to see beyond that, and have the keys. Let's listen to spirit. For those of us that are spiritual, and that's who I'm talking to, the spiritual people of earth signs. I'm calling forth the earth signs of Capricorn and Taurus and Virgo. Let's keep positive. Let's do what we have to do. Listen to spirit and be kind to one. Let's be kind to one another. Okay? Let's be kind to one another. And let's make the best year that it's ever been as we end this year, we close this year, and in the following to come, let's make it a better year than we've ever had, in spite and regardless of what may be going around us. Okay, I pray that those of us that are spiritual, that we stay on track in that respect. Okay, so let me draw the 3 cards. I'm calling forth my ancestors, Ashe. My ancestors from the beginning of creation, whose blood flows through my veins. Flows through my veins. You know, which DNA connects us together. Yeah, together that it connects us. That your advice comes through and strong for a people that need healing. For a people that need a word of encouragement, for a people that need guidance and feel lost, for a people that feel lonely and need companionship, for all people, no matter what level in your life you're at, and even those that are content and are happy, that can be more content and happy with the message that is coming. Ashe, 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 Ashe. So I ask my ancestors to be kind, to send forth the 3 cards, three messages for Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay, already took keep on. One more. Ashe, not all of them. Ashe, I thank you. Adupe, Olodumare, Ledumare, Orun. Adupe for, one of them turn, for Ifa, Adupe Urumila. That you speak Ifa, the word, the living word of God. The living word of Olodumare, Ledumare, Orun. Ashe, Ashe. I'm sending energy, positive energy your way. Don't feel discouraged if you feel that you fall short. Don't. It's time to just pick ourselves up. It's time to pick ourselves up. It's time to go ahead and just pick ourselves up so that we can go ahead and connect. The important thing is, like I've always said, and this is true, it is just taking that first step, that one step, so that you can connect. That is the only thing that is required. It's only the only thing that is being asked. Okay. All right. So the cards that fell here was the 2 of Wands, the Temperance, and the 7 of Wands. Okay, and let me go ahead and show them to you. These are the cards that fell: the 2 of Wands, the Temperance, and the 7 of Wands. Stay focused. Have patience. Stay focused. And you will see that you will gain the success in the money or the promotion. And I'm speaking to that because the Odu speaks about that material wealth, okay? The material gain. Stay focused on your goals. But don't get frustrated if things are not moving as fast as you want them. Stay focused. Be patient. Things will manifest for you in a great way. Also, is talking about temperance. Temperance meaning that you use balance. You see, between emotion, again, use balance in your emotions, and what is actual fact. See how this being has one foot in the water representing the area of emotion, and then another foot on the earth representing structure. It represents fact. It represents stability. It represents being stable, a stable person. So a stable person will have both balances of emotion, right, and what is intellect, right, how you see things, how you look at things, okay, and looking at things differently. Okay, using balance between those, keeping those in check. All right, you can't be too emotional, and your feet and your 2 feet in the water. I suppose you can, but you know what? There's gonna be all this emotions and ugliness coming out of us. So use patience, use humility. This month of December is important because success comes. Success comes. See, you know what? I am just, I'm not amazed. I am just tickled. Not that it hasn't happened, but now that I can share it with all of you. I've had this synchronicities that happen. Like the Odu says something, I go to the cards and it says the same thing. It is the energy of Orula. Orula is he is a deity of divination that brings the messages for what will come, but not only what will come, but gives us a key, the medicine, the key to our success. It is said that sacrifice guarantees success. What is it that you have to sacrifice in order to be successful and come on top of your frustrations and anger and enemies and all this? What is it? What is it? What is your sacrifice? I'll tell you what the sacrifice may be for all of us is to exercise patience. Exercise patience. It's easier said than done. It is. But let me assure you that you are victorious and successful this month of December. I pray, and I have prayed, I already made a bowl or my offering to Orula for all of us, not just for me, for all of us. And this is my way of giving to you. I'm not charging on that, there's no charge here, it's free as I'm doing this reading. I'm interested in your success. I hope to hear good things from you. And again, blessings to you. Blessings be upon you all the day. And protection against our enemies and those that have ill will towards us. Who needs them? Let's move forward. Don't pay attention to that. Don't let that drive you to impatience and anger and frustration. Leave it alone. Take it back. Leave it back there and move forward. Ashe. I hope you've enjoyed this message. Much love and light and love to you. Please subscribe. Please give me a like, and we'll see you next time. Okay.